they slightly burn their bodies of their dead, and they roll them into the river for the gods of the river to take care of the dead. Okay. So they burn these bodies and they roll them into the river, and they got a catfish in that river called the gooch.
A big catfish.
And the gooch, by eating the dead bodies of men, have gotten now till they're eating the men that get in the water to bathe.
Oh, wow. And get a taste for it.
We're talking about a catfish. When he opens his mouth, you can look inside of Jonah's belly.
And they won't eat these fish. They will not.
And when they caught one of them, brought it out on the bank to look at, and here's these teeth that look like sharks. They're backwards, just like shark's teeth. And this catfish's mouth is no joke like that. And they will not eat them because it's a god. They roll him back in the river to eat some more of them.
That's what they get for chumming them.
But we're talking about deception, talking about mystical. That's all inside the canon of what we're talking about, mystical Babylon. When I was watching that, I thought, oh, Lord,
Yeah, where's their brain?
Catfish, their meat are probably nasty.
They had that on film. We're talking about, they're huge. Yeah. And they're getting huger from eating people. The carcasses that they're rolling in there of the dead. We're talking about what God's speaking about. The only thing they need is the S-O-N in their life. They need God. But at the same time, we're studying, the Bible says this is the direction man has chosen to take. This is a direction that God is telling us to stay away from and not allow ourselves to get caught in any of the avenues of the mystical Babylon, to realize the direction that's coming down. He said, the woman that saith, mystical Babylon was the authority over all of these heads. And that meant it went clear back to Egypt's land. That's the stove.
I didn't know the wind was blowing.
Yeah. Okay? And so this is what it's speaking to us about. Well, here as we go. We'll read another one now.
There are also 7 kings. 5 have fallen, 1 is, and the other has not yet come. And when he comes, he must continue a short time.
Okay. Now he's making the statement to clarify it so we can really get it down. He said, and these are, that's what it says, and there are 7 kings. 5 are fallen. 5 are already behind you. So it's making the statement, what I just went over with you. Okay? Egypt is done gone. Assyria is done gone. Babylon's done gone. Medo-Persia is done gone. And the Grecian Empire is done gone. And the one now is. In your day, John, it's the Romans. Okay? It's the Roman Empire. So now it's clarifying it. And when Charlene asked that, I was going to bring that up, but not in the manner she did. I'm glad she asked it about the woman, because the woman is directly relating to the power that was over all the 7 nations. And it goes back to the Old Testament, like I said, in Zechariah, where it was talking about the wickedness and evil of the deception. It goes clear back to Nimrod in the very beginning. So the nemesis of it all actually started before what? Before the children of Israel was a nation. Before there was a children of Israel as a nation, the direction humanity, in putting it in that perspective, had taken. Now God had chosen deliberately a people to establish His name, and that is the words that is used. So now, if you get back and begin to understand the whole plan of God, He is laying it out for us to be able to comprehend. Here's the direction, He said, that mankind, humanity has taken, but I'm going to have a chosen people to give them an example of a living God. Okay? And in that example of a living God, I'll give you the whole plan. Just listen. Just listen. So before now, we'll line it up a little bit more for you to grasp. Before Adam and Eve was put on the face of this earth we live on, who was here before that happened? The arch rival, the devil, or Lucifer, or whatever else name you want to give him. Okay? And he had already fallen, and it was established before man was here. The direction of man was already established through his choices before God had chosen a people for His namesake. You are among the chosen for His namesake. So the ability to comprehend and to understand is vastly important. This plan has been established by God. He said, known unto God before the foundations of the world was laid, every part of the plan. I had you read that, and I've been back to it. I remember 4 times that I've been there. That's all important. Okay? Before He hung the first star in space. Now I want you to think, what was out there before there was any stars, any heavenly bodies, any earth, or anything?
Just darkness.
Think about it.
He was probably clearing it so they would never put footsteps.
You don't.
You might have had something else before.
Isn't that a lot? Well,
Well-
stop and think. But what does your mind begin to do? If it's like mine, it starts to blow a fuse.
When you go back,
Because
when you go backwards in time, He's lived forever. So
that's what I'm talking about. What was there? He said, out of what you see not, nothing, I made that which you see. So whatever was there, you couldn't see.
It might have been like a dry erase board that He's done 2,000 times. Nope, don't like that. Okay.
You know, in reality, what you say could be, but I don't believe it's that way. You know why? Because He can foresee.
Yeah, he would
I know.
never have to change his mind or say, oh, I made a mistake. 'cause
I-
He doesn't do that.
That's right, son. I agree. But I understand what you're saying. I actually went through my head. You see. But the point I make, all I was trying to do with what I said was to get you to think. Use what you have been given, okay? About what God's talking about. So as we're looking at this is awesome when you stop and realize it, okay?